ready for Donald Trump to taco again when it comes to Ukraine. And I'm preparing you now for this because we know that in an emergency, Russia had sent a representative from Russia to the United States to have talks with Donald Trump's team. This guy is Russia's special envoy for investment in economic cooperation. He's the guy that Steve Witkoff, the U.S. envoy, has been meeting inside of Russia so that when the war is over, Russia and the United States could get into a lot of business deals. Once again, it's someone who only deals with business, not with war or with Ukraine. But according to him, who sat down with an interview with CNN, a deal between the United States, Russia, and Ukraine is very close. In his interview, he states that that meeting that Donald Trump had canceled in Budapest with Viktor Orban and Putin wasn't canceled. Instead, it was just postponed a little bit, delayed. But there is a deal, and they could be meeting soon. If you don't remember, there were two different deals that were sort of out there. One was Russia's deal, which was Ukraine, just give us the Donbass, and then maybe we'll start some kind of ceasefire or just start talking there. Well, you have Europe and Ukraine's deal, which was, how about you stop fighting us? We freeze the line where it is temporarily just so that we can have negotiations. Russia didn't like that. They were more or less just give us the land and maybe we'll talk. That's actually the main reason why conversations with Putin and Trump stopped. That aside, we're seeing the Coalition of the Willing meeting this week to put together a new peace framework, which would see a ceasefire at the current line. This is where things start to get a little confusing because it seems like the Russians are okay if the war froze exactly where it is and Russia gets what they get. And that's not what's happening here. This front line is frozen just so that they can have the negotiations. And this is where I fear Donald Trump could taco a little bit, because Donald Trump might see this as Russia's way of finally negotiating and maybe would release some of the sanctions, which would then not have as much pressure onto Russia, which then Russia would just continue their war. But we really won't know until anything's officially announced. Everything right now is hearsay or from Western officials and or European officials. So for right now, all we know is that Russia working on some kind of deal with the United States. Russia claims this deal might be going through, though we technically don't know what said deal is. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I'll be sure to keep you updated, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.